this is Darman. Welcome to another Minecraft Let's Play video. In this video series, I'm showing you how to build Stampy's house, and I'm walking really slowly apparently. This is not Stampy's house. This is not even Stampy's world. This is actually the seed world that I started. Recreation of it actually. People ask me, what seed I use, and I provided that in some of the previous descriptions of the old videos, and the coordinates of where I started the house. And I've gotten some responses saying that the seed isn't quite working, and I also had some questions about a village, and sure enough, this village now spawns where there was none before. There's absolutely nothing here when I started my world. So if you're using this seed, which does still work and is currently being displayed on your screen, it will work, but this is what you're going to get. The coordinates that are also on your screen is that I used for a starting point. First of all, are different than the ones that I originally put in the descriptions. I'm not sure how I got it wrong. This is actually, if you followed my directions to the letter, this is where you would be standing to starting to build a house, and that's fine too. Oh look, it's Dr. Treyarch. Doctor, he's from Dan TDM. Hey, Doctor. Hey, come back here, Doc. What are you doing? What are you doing here in my seed world? He's strangely silent in other videos. He's usually a bit more talkative in oh, okay, in Dan's video. Okay, well, tell Dan we said hi, and if you're feeling evil at all, maybe you would do a favor for us and just level this whole town, because we gotta build Stampy's house, and that's important. Okay. Okay, he says okay. Sorry, Dan TDM. God, if you ever watch this video, I'd be amazed. But not trying to rip you off there. Just thought that'd be funny. I just saw Dr. Treyarch, zombie villager, standing there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the Diamond Minecart videos. He's fantastic. And then one of the characters is a villager named Dr. Treyarch. Anyway, this is actually the coordinates I double checked from my world, my builder world I was just in. This is where you would be standing. This gold block represents the very first block that you would put if you were following my building Stampy's bedroom video. In fact, I probably should show you this map here. Okay, let's go to the map. Maps work differently now. Okay, here we go. So this is where I am on the map. You can see me spinning around. So I'm facing east right now, and that's the direction I was facing when I first put this block down. And if you're doing so, you would take this and you would build it up 6 high, put a oak block on it, and then you would go 14 to the left to make a total of 15 blocks long. And obviously, it's a little crowded here right now. So if you're going to do it, you've got to either decide to level this village, which is sort of a shame and sort of, not very nice, but it's just Minecraft, people. These guys will relocate or whatever. So you can decide what you want to do. And quite frankly, even if you used those coordinates, somewhere in this area, it's just kind of where I started. It doesn't really matter exactly the exact spot I started. I just picked this area because it was, relatively flat and fairly easy to work with. And it was not, underwater or something like that. So anyway, that's the world. Again, the coordinates and the seed number are on your screen right now. Do not forget to put the minus sign on there at the beginning, or else I don't think it's going to work correctly. So just decide if you want to blow this village to Kingdom Come, or build somewhere else, or use some other seed that you can use. Anyway, let's get on to our video. Let's get on back to our regular builder world, where we've already accomplished quite a bit, and we're going to get back to building the Stampy secret base. All right, I'll see you over there in just a second. So back in the builder world here, and this is kind of where we left off. I did, in between videos, I added some torches so I could see just a little bit better down here. And one thing I wanted to show you was, it's a bit of a mess on the sides, from all the TNT exploding. And this is kind of basically how mine ended up. I had to make a few repairs here. But on this side, I did just a little bit of shaping. It looks basically like this, very jagged. And this one, I just sort of took the basic shapes and just sort of smoothed them out. and made sure that there was no pockets of anything that's full of wool. That's let me just grab some stone here. And I would just make sure that there's nothing that's where there would be a pocket of air underneath of it, like if water was streaming down, in other words. So I just kind of went in and just sort of filled in stuff like this, and just kind of took what was there and tried not to change it too much, but only just enough to make it just to fill in any kind of real holes, and so forth, like that, and kind of came up with this. This is by no means meant to be accurate to what Stampy has, and of course we did not. I have not dug this part out over here yet. We have yet to go over any kind of terrain over here, which will, determine where the shoreline kind of rests. But anyway, just wanted to kind of mention that. So if you do want to kind of start smoothing out your sides, you can feel free to go ahead and start working on that in between videos. So here we are. We've got these walls here, which are 9 blocks of wool high. Although right now that 9th block is kind of down here. Oh man, I almost destroyed that. So there's 8 blocks of black wool showing high, and really what we want to do is the glass is going to go at this level, but what we want to do first is actually we do want to cover this up. I originally thought the glass went right up against here, and by that I mean right up against this thing, but it turns out that that's not true. I do try to verify most of my major parts of the build before we do anything, and I did catch a video where I got a good view underwater. I counted the glass tiles, and it did not include it was only 13 wide instead of 15. So what I'm going to do is just cover this up. Let me grab a speed potion, swiftness, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to go around all the way around the top, fill this top row in, and then we're going to put the ceiling on. Then we're going to go down there and start working on, there's a couple more details on the all the way around the edge. We want to put those half slabs. Speaking of which, you're going to have to decide for yourself if you want to do this. But all the way around the edge, this is supposed to be all the half slabs, like here, which I know it's supposed to be like, you'll see these sticking up, but what I didn't realize is that actually if you were to go to Stampy's house and do this, that's what you would see. You would have those it would have half slabs under here as the base, and that really only kind of comes into play when you're putting I want to say like cauldrons or something where you would see the ground underneath of it. But for authenticity's sake, that's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to break out all this wool all around the edge. And now just fill it in. I think I'm just going to go around this way and just kind of layer them on top of each other. It's probably faster than anything else. And you can just go ahead and put the third layer on, which is, oops, so that one sticks up. We're not worried about, where we have to put our, various machinery down here. So I'm not worried about, get in there, about, there'll be some of these we'll have to, kind of demolish to put in our various machinery that he's built down here and so forth. We'll do that. It's just easier just to do it all as one thing and then just kind of alter it as needed. Okay, and that's that. And as you can see, I did leave this open so you can walk through. And by the way, this is supposed to be half slab there as well. Put that iron door back. There we go. Okay, so that's raising the outside. Now on the ends, of course, there's that design, and just to get some half slabs and just stack them up. Let's see. Oh, that didn't work out so good. Let's fill some of this in here. Oops. We want to, and we, yes, yes. Yeah, we want to leave, oops, where's my half slabs? There we go. Just bring them right up to here. These are where, this is where the ceiling's going to go, right here. So on each corner, just bring it up. Maybe I'll just be a little more careful this time. Still missing one. Okay. Now, what we want to do is skip this row here and put 5 starting here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And do that on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should leave one in the middle that's empty like that. Then just when we're going to go up, and each time we're going to do one fewer, one less, one fewer, I don't know. So there's going to be 4 on that one. The next one's going to be 3. Next one's going to be 2. And next one's 1. And that's how you get that design. 2 and 1. And there you go. Now let's do the same thing to the other side. All right, so that's those ends done. Now I'll tell you the down here on the, I'm going to call this the long side because it's longer than that side. Down here on the long side, for reasons which I'm not sure of, some of these are actually taken out, and it's these first. It's every other one, but it's these 3 that get taken out. This one, oops, I just made a mistake. Now get back in there, and you get in there, and you down in that corner. I don't know why, but these are not there anymore. They used to be a long time ago. There's probably some reason which I'm just not familiar with. But basically, I'm just going to take them out, and it's going to remove that as an entire block. So you have to kind of put that little one back in, the half one there, and same thing here and here, because it treats it as one block at that point. Yeah, for some reason that is the way that end is. Let's put some glass on this joint now. Let's just fill up this whole top. I'm going to get my speed potion out. Always handy for some big job like this, or have some friends over. And I'm just going to fill this entire ceiling up. It's right above the don't cover up any of the black wool. Yeah, you should still have 8 blocks of black wool here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 8th one's sort of hidden halfway down there, but that's okay. So we're just gonna fill this up and move on to starting to build the water elevator. And there we have one proper secret base ceiling, which is kind of weird looking just because there's no water above it, which we will take care of in a later video. But here we are. We've got both of the design elements at the ends of the room good to go. And so let's do the water elevator. Now, I find it best to work from using this doorway as a reference point. And what we want to do is some of these half slabs are going to go away, and the wool and so forth, and we'll have to rearrange as a little bit here and there as we go. But basically, from this doorway, you're going to go out to the first row of half slabs, and whatever one is in front of that one, just go 2 to the right, so 1, 2, and then we're going to go ahead 5. There's going to be a total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Counting this one, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I just left the ones that are already there. And then over here, starting from the doorway again, go out to that same one you started with and go 3 to the left instead of 2. 1, 2, 3, and then this is going to be underneath the glass in this part. Now let's see, we want to get rid of these and fill this in with wool, gray wool, and then we want to start coming in one block using the half slabs. Oop, there we go, like that. And then we are going to go back a total of 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, which should leave one row right here. And so then we just want to bring this back the same amount. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we want to put half slabs under here and here, and then just put these back as gray wool. So I'm going to just kind of come up and you can see what's going on here. So we've got this front of this is 6, and you want the doorway to line up with this. How do we want to say this? This is the doorway comes out and it's 2 to the right, and then it's 3 to the left. So it's not in the center. There is no center to this, obviously, because it's an even number wide. So it's 6 wide, 5 deep here, and you could sort of say, well, this connects the rectangle, but you want to leave these two as gray, and this becomes a 4 by 4. That becomes the shaft that goes up there. So that is the basic layout of where the glass is going to go, and it's going to go straight up from this point. Now here on the corners are glowstone. Right there. And oddly enough, I'm gonna do it anyway. My brain's telling me don't do it, so I'm gonna do it anyway, brain. Though you cannot stop me, brain. Break this one out. If you really want the authentic Stampy, put that one there. Don't do it over here. Just put it there. For some reason, that's there. I think it was a mistake and he just left it or whatever. But if you want the authentic Stampy secret base, it's there. I don't know. I don't know why. I really wish I'd made a graphic for that. It only comes up like bing. I don't know why. You know, a really loud, echoey voice or something like that. It'd be funny. Okay, so at this point, we're just going to start filling this little pool in here. It just goes on top of the half slabs that we've put down. I'm just going to go all the way around once, and then, you know, don't do that one. This is the right way over here. That one has I think you know, he probably had it there once, and then he moved it, and then just never did anything with it. I don't know. So at this point, this is just the little pool here. This doesn't go up any higher, but here, you're just going to make a little archway. I think this is probably the easiest way. Let's make a little arch there that's, you know, from the ground here, it's actually too high so you could walk through it. There'll be water here, but then it'll give the appearance of having just one block opening, but it'll work. So at this point, you can just go up. I don't know, I'm just going to kind of even these out a little bit before I continue all the way up. So it should look something like this. And then I'm just going to take, you know, this whole thing here and just take it straight up here, which isn't too far. And yeah, we'll just take it all the way up to the ceiling. Okay, so that goes all the way up to the ceiling now. Now if I go inside, I know exactly which 4 blocks have to be knocked out. And then these, if I remember correctly, let's see, I think it's these two. These 2 blocks here are the ones that end up going up to here. No, I guess it's these 2. The water will come straight down to, make sure I get this right here. Yep. The water should come. I'm just gonna release my water, and it should Go right there. It should go right into the, I don't know, I guess I'm going to call that the front area. Like, if I go to the side, you'll see. So it's not taking up any of this back area here. It's just the front two, which is fine. I'm going to plug that back up because I really don't want that to interfere with what we're going to do here. Okay. It's funny how water works, it just kind of slowly works its way down. All right, while we're waiting for that to happen, we want to put some half slabs along here. Whoops, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just right along this part here, and on this side as well. And that will finish off that part of it. We don't want to put anything here because there'll be a dispenser there for the boats on each side, and that will be that. So now we've got this cleared out. Let's grab some signs. There's a couple of ways, as I'm thinking about this, there's a couple of ways we could go about making this water elevator work. Let's grab some water. Okay, and what did I say? Signs. Yeah, there we go. Originally, he had 2 pressure plates here when he first built it, but those are no longer there, so you don't need to do those. But there are 2 signs here and here, right at the height where you're kind of like where your head would be, and then it's going to go up and just kind of alternate from here going up. And I was kind of considering a different method for doing this. I was thinking of just putting the water at the top, having it flow down, then putting the signs in, then I don't have to go back and do, oops, no, I don't really want to make a sign. No, stop that. Stop it. Stop pressing that button, Dave. There we go. And then over here, do these, do. And one more here, and that'll do it. So then I just need to put some water here, and wait a minute, something is wacky here. Something, oh. I apologize. Let me grab the bucket. Don't want to make a mess here. Let's grab this water. I forgot this one. This side is different. This side has 2. This side has them like this. That one's there, but then this one is here because you want, going across from each other, you want them to be the opposite. In other words, this is a sign, you want that to be no sign. This is a sign, you want that to be no sign over there. There's a sign there, you want no sign here. So at this point, I've got the pattern here, so I'm just going to go back to, I'm going to go back to making signs that I don't want. Do that, and just kind of do diagonal on each one, and there we go. Okay, now it'll work. Could probably be argued that I shouldn't bother putting water in here yet, but whatever. If you're not sure which ones are going to get the water, it's just point to the ones that don't have signs. There should be 2 on each level. One, that one, and it's always the opposite on the next level. The signs just magically, for some reason, hold the water in place. We just do this carefully so I don't mess up here. And there we go. And we just need to put some water in here, level this out so there's no streams. One in here, get rid of those streams. All right, I think... Well, we can test it. I was going to say we can test it, but it's not really going to be a fair test because there's not going to be any place to go once we get up there. But that's okay. Um, remember how I was perplexed that the ladders are here with the redstone? I think boats are even more weird to have in the redstone, but, you know, hey, whatever. All right, let's get in this boat. Let's go in here and try this sucker out. Okay, if you get stuck, just wiggle a little bit. Sometimes you get stuck on signs. And there we go. Okay, I'm just going to... Uh-oh. Oh, that's right. We have to... I forgot about the new way to get out of boats. Let's see. What did I break here? Let me get the glass out. I made a mess. Typical me. Put that glass back in there. Okay, everything's good to go. All right. We've got ourselves a working water elevator. Little water elevator pool here, I guess you could say. We've got the ends done. We've got the ceiling in. And I think that's going to do it. We've got a little boat that's going to stay there till the end of time. In the next video, I'm going to install some lighting, which will be much needed once I release the sun from being just directly overhead. And so we're going to have some lights on the sides of the walls and the ceilings. And then we're going to start building some stuff in here. Actually, most of the stuff in here I actually have instructions for. You know, like the time machine, the cakey bakey machine, and the cloning contraption. But I do not have the the plasticator, which I think that goes on this side. I think that goes right here. And so I'll definitely at some point be building that. The secret room has to be done. And the redstone. Oh, man, I had to say that word. There, that redstone alarm is so annoying. Okay, so yeah, we're going to be doing that. We're going to do that. Redstone is a little tricky. So we're going to walk through that slow. That's going to be a whole episode just to do that redstone probably. But that's it for now. I think this is looking really, really good right now, guys. Any questions, let me know. Oh, a couple of people told me when they drilled down into the, I'm just going to hop up here. Get out of my way, boat. Come on. Okay. When they drilled down here, you know, through the painting, that they ended up in the not the lava room. What do you call it? The nether room. And if that has happened to you, then what has probably happened is that when you built the nether room, you did not build it in the right direction. It should be, if you're in here facing the dirt and the stone rooms, you should be going just down and forward when you know, it's so hard to, come on, get in there. Come on, get in there. And then the staircase should go to your right. Why is this taking so long? Should go right and down. So if I come back out of the water stream facing the same way. So you're, you know, the nether room and that hallway, that should be kind of like, oh, it's raining. It should be like, sort of like under your love garden. If you dug down far enough, you would get to that room. So hopefully that's it's a fairly easy fix. And if you need help, I'm sure you can find some friends to help you out with that. But that's it. I'm going to go back down here because it's ironically drier down here, even though there's a water elevator. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!